Hello and welcome to Half-Wits and Failed Crits. I am not your DM this time. This time we are doing a bonus episode and
Woo-hoo!
Kiley is going to DM. What we are playing today is Murder on the Eberron Express, written by Orla Nidwi. Okay, so let's have Kiley take on over.
Alrighty. You guys are going to be investigating the murder of Egan Bakker. And it's fine that you know that he's murdered because he was never an option for any of you to play. So he was a foundling from the House Cannith, one of Corvair's powerful dragon-marked houses, who was trying to make his way into their good graces. Bakker is an artificer, or was an artificer, on his way from Sharn to Fairhaven on the Eberron Express, along with his family and a suspicious collection of other people. On the final day of travel, Bakker is shot and killed with a newly invented firearm. So a little history that everyone should be aware of. The continent of Corvair has just emerged from a war that lasted 100 years. Very few people remember life before the war, and 2 years of peace is not much time to readjust your worldview. The last war, as it was called, was a civil war that ripped the kingdom of Galifar apart, and it had ended just 2 years ago with the Treaty of Thronehold. One of the only constants from before the war, during it, and now is the power of those dragon-marked families and their houses. These houses operate like neutral, independent entities across all the countries. Think kind of like states. And they hold tight monopolies over certain industries and fields. Their power stems from the dynastic arcane sigils that appear on the skin of certain family members, granting them particular magical skills. House Orion, for example, holds the Mark of Passage, which, among other powers, allows them to control the lightning rail, which you are all on. We got started by selecting everyone picked their character archetype from the archetype tables. And now we're going to go around and I'm going to have everyone introduce their character and just read that little introduction part at the very top. Unless you think it says anything like weirdly incriminating, in which case, use your discretion. So, Jonathan, you want to start?
So I'm going to be playing Maxim, which is a Warforged and Changeling ancestry. We're all playing level 6 characters, so I chose to be a level 6 cleric, no multi-classing here. And I also was able to get my hands on having some meta magic, so I got a little bit of sorcerer in me as well.
Oh.
Yeah. I kind of pictured myself as like Synthezoid by being Changeling and Warforged at the same time. So I thought that was kind of cool.
You just had to drag Stars Without Number in, didn't you?
Yes, absolutely. I'm not done with Space Game.
I can see that. Well, we're not done with Space Game either.
I know.
So.
This is my way to pretend I'm playing it. So the archetype that I picked was the Scholar, which is a privileged, well-educated, soft-spoken person who is a little snobbish.
Perfect. Fits you to a T. All right, Mary?
I am playing a fallen Aasimar named Ruby. I'm a level 6 warlock, and my archetype is the former business partner. So I've known the deceased for 15 years or more, and I helped him set up his first workshop.
All right, Louise.
I am Cinis. I am a level 6 druid kobold. So I'm red scaly. That's what I am. That's what I'm playing.
Red scaly?
I'm red scaly, but I am also the Ice Queen. I have a cold personality and no apparent connection to anyone here.
Okay.
Apparently.
So you're the wild card.
Yeah. But maybe I knew Egan Bakker. Is that his name? Egan Bakker? A long time ago.
You can pronounce it like that if you want.
20 years or more before he made his money.
Could be.
And I may have a debt to collect.
Oh, all right, Laura.
All right. I am playing Tuash, a half-orc, and I'm a level 6 monk. I just kind of want to use my fists.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
I just want to punch things. The archetype that I picked is the Lost Heir. So I never knew my father, who is Egan Bakker, and I actually confronted him, but he didn't believe me because I'm half orc. And then a few days later, out of the blue, he asked me to come see him at Fairhaven so I could get to know him, and that did not pan out.
Clearly. Okay.
Got to know his corpse, you murderer. You fisted him.
All right.
I never knew my father.
Oh, no.
You're an oven.
So, really quickly, I will introduce the other entities in this game. There is also the Secretive Lover. Their name is Fairsa, and they are an Aasimar bard.
Ooh, I like.
Bakker's spouse is named Taranth Bakker, and she is an elf cleric. There is also the veteran train conductor, whose name is Matuk, and they are an orc monk.
That's me.
I did not pick the race in the class. That was pre-assigned.
There's no way. That's
so strange.
that's a little incredible.
I'm a young female orc, half orc. Oh,
And then, last but not least, the loyal retainer, whose name is Nox, and they are a changeling monk.
The only one who's not represented is Luis's character.
Is Red Scaly.
Scaly druid.
Yeah, well, I
Moiterer.
apologize.
Moiterer is what we're finding out.
I'm just not related to any of y'all scumbags.
That's true. That's kind
That's
of
true.
cool how that worked
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Really serendipitous.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up, you oven.
Okay. The other thing we did before we started recording, everyone picked their archetype and got a little bit familiar with who they're going to be. We also had everyone roll for a single piece of equipment that only they know. And then we also created a little list of things that may or may not be hidden around in people's rooms just for a little bit of flavor. The last thing that I'm going to have everyone do is, as you board the train, and before I start the timer, because we have a hard set of 5 hours. So if y'all don't catch the murderer within 5 hours, they go free. And y'all lose.
Is this like 5 hours real time?
Yeah, real
Real
time.
time.
We're playing 5 hours
Yes.
real time?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is real time.
So as few rules questions as possible, please.
Yes.
What game are we playing?
Oh, boy. All right. Good luck, Jonathan. You're just going to watch Jonathan's head explode.
His furnace is going to explode.
Okay, so as everyone boards the train, you can elect to use a sleight of hand or a deception check contested to see if you can sneak your special item on board.
I'll just get it.
Otherwise, it's going in the cargo hold.
Oh, okay.
fun.
So you may or may not get to use it.
I love it.
What are the two skills again? Sleight of hand or?
Sleight of hand or deception.
Gonna go with deception here.
Deception. Disgrace.
Does an 8 cut it?
Hold
What
up.
about a
Give me
7?
2 seconds. Hold up.
What about love?
Remember 5 minutes ago when I said I'm rolling really good today? Yeah.
That's the wrong die, Louise.
What am I?
Oh,
Literally can't roll higher than a 12 on that.
that checks out. That checks out.
I got a 7.
7.
So did I.
Everything
Jesus Christ.
confiscated.
You rolled the best.
Well, no, it's contested, so I have to roll for the conductor for each of you. Y'all are fucked. Well, maybe not. Nope, that's a 9. Beats you.
Fuck. She rolled a 2 and got a 9.
You know. No. No.
Oh,
I'm just gonna say no
oh,
from now.
no.
Nope.
Cool.
I mean, hold on. You're rolling plus 7. There is no way any of them could have won.
You're a
Yeah, that's
plus
true, you're
7
right.
intelligence?
What a fucking
He's the fucking
sneaky...
conductor. I didn't
Oh,
know
it's
that
just a
until I
button.
scrolled down and went,
Did you
oh.
say it's a bucket?
It's just a button. You just hit a button, you go. That's
I
as
mean,
easy as drivetrain.
Would you prefer I use perception instead?
No. It's fine. We
It's
all
done.
don't get an item.
All right.
That's cool.
Sorry, guys.
Whatever.
Okay,
So is
goodbye.
it gone forever?
No, it's in the cargo hold.
So we have to go steal
Oh,
it
okay.
back.
Sneaky. Or
So you
baby
don't
blonde.
immediately have it on you.
Great start.
So a little background on the train so that you guys are familiar with the layout. It's a Lightning Express, so she fast. There are 6 cars. The first one contains the engine and the cruise quarters. The next one is the first class quarters. Then there is a first class dining car. Then there are a couple more first class quarters and the galley. And then after that is the second class passenger car and then the cargo car or caboose. Each car is 20 feet wide and 60 feet long, and the ceilings are 10 feet high. It is staffed by the conductor, who is the veteran train conductor that is an active participant in this game. There's also a chef and 2 drivers, but everyone except for the conductor remains behind the staff-only doors and are not active in this. So the staff-only doors to the engine car and the door to the cargo car have anti-magic fields on them with a 5-foot perimeter. So no casting spells to unlock the door, basically. The second-class passengers are not allowed into the galley or beyond to the first class, so it's unlikely that you guys have interacted with them. However, if you go through to the cargo hold, you'll at least pass them. Feel free, you can interact with whoever you want. There's 10 second-class passengers.
Are we all first class?
Yes.
Fancy.
Fancy. So, and the door to the cargo hold, only the conductor has the key. I'm going to start the timer. Talk amongst yourselves on how you guys spent the last couple of days on board. So you've been on the train for 2 days. This is the last day. We're going to be pulling in 5 hours.
Tuash would definitely be talking with Ruby, the former business partner, because she would want to know more about her father.
You see, your dad was a jerk. He jilted me of my money and left town. And you know what you don't do? You don't rip me off.
That's bad.
It is.
Oh, no.
And then he had the audacity to ask me for more money now. So that's why I'm here, trying to figure out what the heck he wants now. And I'm going to try to get my money back.
Okay.
I got to track him down and talk to him about that at some point. You look familiar.
Yeah, that's also what I've been doing these last 2 days on the train. Me and the loyal retainer are merry old chums that go back to our childhood.
But I feel like I've seen you before.
Yes, you have. In one of my business dealings with Bakker, who also screwed me out of money, and I want it back.
A pattern.
Screwed my mother.
Well,
Did he?
I mean, yes.
Did
It would
he?
appear so.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit obvious if I don't say so myself.
And what of you, Oven?
Excuse me, who are you calling an oven?
The Oven.
That is a racial slur, sir.
I know.
Oh, boy.
My God.
You don't have a god.
I do. Her name is Wee Jass.
Just make that up.
No.
That's the sad part.
Is that the name of your oven upstairs? Is that like the manufacturer?
It says Wee Jass right on my ass.
Maxim, how did you know Baker?
I honestly do not know who you are speaking of. I think I heard of them at a party once.
Oh, you don't know Bakker at all?
No,
So what are you doing here? Why are you going to
I'm
Fairhaven?
just riding the train.
I am taking a train.
Well, that's why I'm asking. Why are you going
Yeah.
to Fairhaven?
Why would I not travel? I am an adventurer. I am a cleric. I help the wounded. We just came out of 100-year war.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah, that checks out. I hate you when you're not interesting.
Oh,
Sorry
wow.
that I have spent my time in my first-class cargo just praying to my god, Wee Jass.
You know what? I take that back. I like you now.
Thank you. Have you met anyone else interesting on this trip?
I saw my old friend, Baker's spouse.
My old friend Baker's spouse.
Baker's spouse.
You couldn't say like Mrs. Baker or
Because it just says the spouse, and I couldn't remember if it was a man or a woman.
my old friend Baker's spouse.
Her name is Taranth.
Taranth. I have also spoken with Taranth on the trip so far.
She's really nice.
All right.
The way you
I had
say
no
that.
strong opinion of Taranth.
I hate Taranth.
You would.
Is that not your mother?
I tried to trip her for fun.
Is it not your mother? Is she
No.
Oh.
The Lost Heir is the bastard child of Baker and someone unknown.
And an orc,
An
obviously.
orc, apparently.
Aren't you just a delight?
She
Wow,
made
all
fun
right.
of me.
Well, if the
I can see
spouse
why.
was dead and not Backer, I would immediately assume you.
It's a short jump from tripping to murder.
I mean, you
It's
could
a
trip
slippery
somebody
slope.
and then they die. Yeah,
Yeah, you could trip him right off the train.
yeah, right into the oven. Accomplice. Yeah, I got nothing else that I would want to divulge at this time.
Does that
Alrighty.
mean you have other things you would like to divulge at other times?
Uh-oh.
Can we not just cut to the chase?
No.
All right.
So it's morning. It's early in the morning. And y'all are kind of like waking up, starting to get ready for the day. You're pulling into the station later. So making sure all your things are accounted for and in order, And then you hear from the dining car screams for help.
I get up and go to the dining car. Follow
Yeah.
the screams.
What is
Alright.
happening outside?
I don't care. I'm assuming. I mean, it's a dining car. I'm assuming like maybe some waiter dropped something. So, whatever.
These are like frantic screams for help. Like,
Oh,
I am
Okay.
running.
and then
Sprinting.
you hear someone yell, "Oh my God, he's dead." Yes. So as you enter the dining car, you see the veteran conductor, Matuk, standing next to the body of Egan Bakker in one of the seats of the dining car. And what you can immediately see is very clear that he was shot twice in the back. There's blood everywhere. There's a mostly empty bottle of brandy on the table next to the body. Mary, how do you react when you enter the dining car and see the scene?
Shocked. There's a dead man right there. And he's the one that owed me money, and I'm never going to get it. This is terrible.
Okay, so there's a little bit of selfishness in there, too. All right, I think you said you were coming next.
Yes, out of the way. I shall try to help.
Okay. You gonna try and help?
I will roll a medicine check to see if I can stabilize, although I am realizing that the wounds are fairly grievous.
Okay, go ahead.
The top of his head like blown clean off. Might be able to help.
My medicine check was a 21.
All right, so you can tell that he has been dead for at least an hour, but definitely not more than 5. So that puts the time of death sometime between midnight and 5 a.m.
This is disturbing and not what I expected from a high-class train.
Nope.
See it all the time.
Laura, you said you were going to react. You were coming next?
Yes, Tuash is bursting into the car and then seeing her father, she goes, "Father, no!" And then tries to do like pound on his chest to perform CPR with her fist.
Open wounds.
Oh, this dude's long dead. Like,
Oh yeah, because if he got shot
rigor
in the
mortis
back,
has set in.
Can I do a strength check?
to rip him out of the chair with his decomposing body?
I'm trying to do CPR.
Sure.
She's
I
not
was
smart.
just gonna pop out.
That's an 18.
You break several of the corpse's ribs,
Good.
and it kind of like jolts as you do it, and it just looks deeply disturbing.
She's crying.
I should hope so now.
Yeah, she's crying.
All right, Louise.
I'm just gonna nonchalantly walk in.
Okay.
You know, and the scene's unfolding before me, and I'm like, you deserved it.
So now you guys can take a couple minutes to take a look around, see if you want to try and figure anything out or do anything like that.
Does it look like anyone else was sitting at the table with him?
You could make a perception check.
All right. Oh, I critical failed.
I look at the wrong table.
Yep. Now that Tuash has moved the corpse, you're not entirely sure which table he was at to begin with. Does anyone else want to take a peek around or try and investigate anything?
I guess I should,
Go ahead.
for I am a cleric of order, and this is clearly an act breaking the law.
Yes, murder
Murder
is
is
definitely...
one of those things, and I will hunt and kill the one who murdered this person as retribution, per my god, Weejass's orders.
Wouldn't that also make you a murderer?
No, for I am bringing down the law on those who have breached it. I am granted the permission to do so by my god, Weejass.
Okay. Alrighty then.
I'm gonna roll insight to see if I can see anything on the people's faces that would give them away as maybe not caring, even though one of them already said that they just don't freaking care. I'm rolling insight to see if I can glean anything from the crowd.
Okay.
I rolled a 17.
You can tell that even though Tuash is seemingly extremely upset, there is a little bit of disdain in there. Clearly not super close to their father yet, but you assume that it could just be because they didn't get a chance to really know him before he died. But you are slightly suspicious as to why they're making such a big deal out of it.
Tuash, you have made such a big deal out of the death here. Is there a reason why? We have not spoken very much on this train. Remember, there is penalty of death.
I am not afraid of death. This is my father.
Then why did you crush his ribs upon first seeing the desecrated corpse?
I was trying to help.
Oh boy.
Can Tuash pick up the brandy bottle to investigate it?
So
Yeah,
you
go
want
for
to
it.
drink over the victory of your crushing of his ribs.
That was no victory. It was not true battle.
So you were hoping it was true battle.
No, I was trying to bring him back or help him.
Interesting.
Also, I like how you did that after he had already said he's been dead for over an hour.
Oh, I didn't know if
Yes.
that was we all knew it. Or...
Yeah,
I definitely said it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say,
Oh.
I made the assumption that you said it, but
You were in a panic. Your papa is dead.
Yeah.
who knows?
Papa!
So upset.
Now, not only does he have bloody holes in his back, he now has a bloody fist through his chest. So from here on out, you guys can question each other, question whoever you want, question all of my characters. Do whatever you want.
Is everybody standing in the dining car? I mean, like, I'm just like in the doorway, but is there like, did we sleep in the first class car? Is like that?
There were beds in our first class compartment. Did you not stay there?
There
I have no
were
idea, yeah.
beds. There are beds in the compartment. Everyone has their own compartment. There is a
Oh.
section on your sheet that says at the time of the murder. So that will tell you what you were doing up until midnight, whether you were actually in your bed, in someone else's bed, who the heck knows where else.
Tuash, she picked up the brandy bottle and she looks around and says, I saw the spouse mixing something into this, or Tyrannith, and now it's here.
Mm.
I don't know what you're insinuating, but I would never do such a thing.
You don't fix your husband's drinks? What kind of a woman are you?
He told me that he was going to go drinking with his former business partner. And I went to bed.
J'accuse.
Former business partner.
Former business partner, and I did have a drink with him last evening. But he was so belligerent that he passed out on the table and I left him there because he would not give me any information on his new business dealings.
And you left him there dead.
No, he was quite alive, snoring quite loudly.
But where were you when he was killed?
Well, I went right to my bedroom, went to sleep in anger, and then woke up and now he's dead.
I am highly suspect of the drinking partner who leaves in anger when the other has passed out drunk.
He wouldn't answer my questions. He owes me $100.
Were you trying?
Really? That's it?
$100.
That's what it says.
Wow, you're petty.
He owes you 100 gold. That's a bit different, I guess.
Okay.
I suppose.
Let's stay with $100. I like that.
It makes you just seem real petty.
Can I sniff the bottle?
Yeah,
the
go for
brandy? Is that medicine or investigation?
I would say investigation or nature. If you think you might be familiar with like herbs, if you could sniff it out, maybe.
Only medicine. Okay.
All right.
Were you drinking out of the bottle?
That's a 17.
Yeah. You can tell that there's a little bit of sleeping potion that was mixed into it.
Liar! Wait, no.
Who are you calling liar?
You just
Taryn.
sniff.
Taryn put sleeping potion in this bottle. Smell, and then I let you all smell it.
Am I going to fall asleep if I smell it? Get that out of my face, child.
Well, that
Don't-
makes sense why he passed out.
Don't make it such an overreaction. Yes, I mixed some of my sleeping potion in, but that's only because I didn't want him to go running off and sleeping with that lover woman. I do not approve, and I don't want him making a fool out of me publicly.
What lover?
So, the secret lover.
Oh.
The archetype that we thought you would pick and you didn't.
Yeah, yeah.
Her! Oh, God. Now I have to, do not make me have a conversation with myself.
Please have a conversation with yourself.
Oh, God, now I need to get a better voice. Well, I wasn't with him last night anyway, so I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess he was passed out in the dining car. I wasn't expecting him, so you did that for nothing. And the spouse just kind of harumphs.
Were there any staff as you were leaving your old business partner to potentially die of even alcohol poisoning because you're a bad person in this dining cart? You're just too alone.
No, I think that there was at least one staff. I couldn't tell you which one, though.
Could I don't know. Like I guess I would ask. Is the train conductor there?
Yes, the
Can
train. Everyone is present in this room now.
Yeah. Conductor.
Yes.
Who was the last person to see Egan
Bakker.
Bakker alive?
I believe that would be the one who murdered him.
Well, yes.
I
That's
hate you.
kind of the
always.
given.
Well, does anyone see a gun?
I think they both reached for the gun.
They both
Oh
reached
yes,
for
oh
the
yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they both, oh yes, they both.
reach for the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun.
What if we search everyone right now to see if they have a weapon on them?
I would allow that.
I have many weapons on my person.
I do too.
J'accuse!
But none of them are
In fact, I can
guns.
even use magics to make weapons appear, none of which are guns, though.
Same.
You guys can just conjure up daggers.
Yes. Literally a dagger. The dagger of wee Jas.
Oh boy!
I can make
Oh. I'm
blades.
a druid. I keep forgetting.
Yes, you can conjure up a shillelagh if I'm looking through my archives of druid powers correctly.
Yeah. Well, I have a little staff, and then I shalauch, and then it turns into a wooden club that I can knock people with.
Did you choose to knock anyone, Wink, last night?
Did I? Mayhaps I did.
Who would that be, for you have noticeable uncaring or disdain towards this dead body? I would think you would need an alibi to be able to just declare that as soon as you see the body.
I can see somebody, and I can hate the dead. Is that a crime?
No, it is not a crime.
Did you rejoice when Hitler died?
This is a fantasy world. Hitler does not exist.
Did you rejoice when Tithler died?
Yes, Tifler, the great starter of the 100-Year War.
Yeah. And he died, and everyone rejoiced. So I'm doing the same thing, because this man is a bad man.
I can agree with this logic, and it does not harm the law.
The conductor kind of holds up his hand and goes, looking at Bakker, it's pretty clear that he was shot with his newfangled weapon. When I ran into him this morning, when I stumbled upon the body this morning, I thought it best to place the weapon somewhere safe.
Oh, so I touched it.
So you tampered with the evidence.
That is, in fact, a crime.
Oops.
I want to investigate to see... No, I guess it wouldn't be investigate to see if he's, like, sweating or, like, kind of, like...
Insight?
Would it be insight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. I will do that. I want to see if this guy's story's bogus or not.
Okay.
11.
He looks completely calm.
Conductor, where did you store the weapon?
I placed it in the safe in the dining car behind the bar. And if you guys want, you can have him open the safe and show you that the gun is in fact there.
Yes, please.
Okay, he shows you. And then he locks it back up.
Did anyone hear gunshots? You'd think we'd wake up
Right? Yeah.
from 2 shots from that thing.
Does anybody... Is this like a magical gun?
It is a new kind of firearm that doesn't require arcane training to use, like a lot of ranged type weapons, through its use of explosive powder, and it makes hardly any noise because it has a silence enchantment on it. And it seems to have caught the interest of quite a few people, apparently all of you included. And if anyone's interested, this is a drawing of it. So
That's a huge gun.
Ooh.
It's got a silencer on the end of it.
Yeah,
okay.
there's a silencer on the end that has the silence enchantment in it. The conductor says, I knew it was a mistake to let him bring that on, but, I owed him a favor, so he was very concerned about having it in the cargo hold, so I let him bring it, and clearly that was my mistake.
And you took my earthenware jug.
Yeah. Hey, the rules are clear.
You let a gun on, but
Any
not a
extra
jug.
items need to go in the cargo hold.
It's tyranny.
So let me get this straight. You tampered with the murder weapon. You allowed the murder weapon on board against regulations. That is now 2 crimes you have committed.
Well, I owed him one, and it seemed harmless at the time.
That brings me to my next question. You owed him one that would allow you to break the law, which means you likely did something else to break the law, to allow him to do this. It sounds like you've been blackmailed and held under the boot of this man.
No, he helped me get this job. I knew his spouse.
That is much less climactic than I had hoped.
Standing right there.
I knew the spouse.
I know, I saw that and went, oh, wait, I knew Taranth in the war. We served in the same unit, and he helped me get this job, so I owed him one.
Oh, at least he's good for something.
You seem to not like him very much.
I hate him. I've always hated him.
Do you think that we could talk in private?
We could.
Interesting. We go off to the next car, correct?
Okay.
Why do they have to talk privately? What do they got to hide?
Or you can pass notes.
Oh.
Remember?
I want to pass a note.
Yeah, you can pass notes anytime you want to communicate
We're just
directly with only one other person.
All standing in this dining room, handing notes to
I
each
mean, like, in this game.
Yeah,
in,
yeah,
like, in, like...
What we're really doing is wink, 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 wink.
Do you guys want to question anyone else, or...
It's a first-class dining car. You know, maybe there's like a bird hanging out or some bugs, something. I'm just going to do that.
Okay.
I'm a druid. And I
Okay.
can speak to animals. What am I doing?
I don't know.
It's your character.
I want to use investigate, right, to see if there are animals in this cart.
Okay.
Which is a 10.
You see a couple of spiders, like, way up high on the ceiling.
I'm going to speak to them.
Okay.
I can do that. I'm going to use I only get 4 per whatever, but I'm going to use my first level spell, Speak with Animals.
What does Speak with Animals say?
You gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at a minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past day. You may be able to persuade a beast to perform a small favor for you at the GM's discretion. How smart are these spiders?
They ain't smart.
All right, so I'm just going to ask them if they remember. The gun has a silencer, but it's still going to flash, right?
Probably. It is an explosive powder, so I would assume so, yeah.
Right, so I'm going to say, like, hey, yo, spiders, because that's spider talk. Did you see anybody blasting a gat in here?
I don't know what you mean.
I love it.
I was just up here in my web trying to wrap up this fly. It took forever.
But how many people were in this room while you were doing that?
All of you.
Fuck, I squish it. I wasted a spell and now I'm mad about it because these spiders are stupid.
This spider has a -5 to intelligence. It's dumb
squish
as
it.
rocks.
I squish the hell out of it. And then I just go back into the room. Or, I just leave the corner.
Okay.
I was just huddled up in this corner trying to talk to a spider. Thanks a lot, Kylie. Thanks.
Ruby,
Yes.
you were the last person to see him alive.
Well, no. I was the second to last person to see him alive because I didn't kill him, and the murderer would be the last one to see him alive before they done killed him.
But if he had already been asleep and passed out, you could have been there and killed him quite easily.
I agree with this logic.
I have an
But
alibi.
I
so-
left and went to bed.
Did anyone else see you leave?
Probably the staff. I don't know. I didn't talk to anyone.
Convenient.
How many of us do have alibis?
Yes. Where was everyone at the time? At midnight. I already forgot what the spouse's voice sounded like.
Just roll with it.
She's Southern now.
I was discussing private business with the loyal retainer.
Where were you?
In,
Oh, God, I
in my
lost it
quarters. In my room.
I was also in my quarters and have an alibi. There was a nice woman who came to my room.
Who was it?
Farissa was in my room with me.
She just kind of rolls her eyes and like crosses her arms. Yeah, I guess I was.
You
guess?
don't have to pretend like it was all that bad.
Well, it does just occur to her that she was, in fact, fucking an automaton. So,
With that voice.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
I mean,
Oh God, no.
Do you have a vibrating function?
You just ding when you finish.
I am also part changeling, if you catch my drift.
Oh boy! And Fairso winks.
Well, what time did you go to his room? You might have seen me leave.
I was there all night, baby.
So you're the only person. Oh, wait. Child. Wait, how old are you?
I'm 18.
Child.
I was on the roof of the train practicing my martial arts and meditating under the moon.
What?
That sounds
Why-
incredibly dangerous.
Why were you on the roof of the train?
High-speed train.
That is not allowed.
Lightning train.
That is a lie.
It didn't say where I was at the beginning of my sheet, so I made it up.
Okay, because I was going to say,
I mean,
there's
hey.
no freaking way. That's on that paper.
I'm picturing the train that goes around the world. What's the name of that movie?
Not trained to
Snowpiercer?
Snowpiercer.
You're all babies. It was quite easy.
Oh boy.
So, what about the others? Do you all have alibis?
Well, I was with you.
Yes, I'm aware.
Oh God.
I wish I could, like, mimic dial-up noises. I would do that.
Jesus. Just insert R2D2 noises here.
Do you remember dial-up?
Yeah, I remember the sound.
God, it was awful.
I really liked that sound.
I am
Ew.
going to do R2 noise now. I can't
Yes,
believe I
please.
didn't do that earlier.
Yes, please. I think you should.
We went at it all night.
Oh,
I'm
dear
just like
God.
picturing you like Karate Kid, like just jumping on one leg on the like, top of this.
That's what I was doing.
On a high-speed train.
Ducking as it goes through tunnels.
Tyrion says, well, after, as I admittedly said, I mixed in that sleeping potion with his brandy. However, I also took some myself and went to bed. And boy, does that make you sleep hard.
How do you know you didn't trip out and commit murder?
I mean, it's just a sleeping potion.
Did you drink it with the brandy?
No, I have insomnia. So I take this sleeping potion
Blambiant.
every night. Blambient, yes. Blambient. And it puts me right to sleep, and it's wonderful. I had the most pleasant dream. There were bunnies in it.
What about you, loyal retainer?
I thought Loyal Retainer was with Cinis.
The Ice Queen.
Is it Cinis? Is that your name?
Cinis, yeah.
For
He's with
the
Cinis.
entire night? So what kind of business were you discussing?
The nature of that conversation is sensitive. And I won't
You mean
disclose it.
suspicious?
Sensitive. I wouldn't expect you to give me all of your business dealings right now, would you?
Pertaining to Baker, I would.
Would you? Well, that makes you one bad businesswoman.
No.
Yeah,
One bad investment does not a bad businesswoman make.
sometimes.
Not in this case.
The loyal retainer knocks. Oh, God. I need a voice.
Australian.
Do your
Old man.
closest John impersonation.
You mean I have to talk like this?
That
you think that's what John sounds
like?
I'm glad I was defended.
But I am going to use that voice now. I was with the Cinis, and we were discussing, the good old days, catching up. We haven't seen each other in a very long time.
Until 5 a.m.
I don't know. Also, at the time of the murder, you were in the Ice Queen's cabin, so I guess.
Oh,
Yeah, it doesn't say like, it
Right.
just says we were together. It doesn't
the
say
good old days.
So far, the only one that I do not believe is the business person.
Well, it wasn't me. Why would I kill him? Because I'd never get my money back.
You have no alibi.
You could get your money back.
How?
The loyal retainer.
No.
Legal means.
I would likely not get my money back because he's likely going to leave all of his fortune to his heir.
But, wait,
That he only just discovered?
He did not acknowledge me.
How do you know? Do you have a copy of his will?
I can't read.
Speaking of poor investments.
Oh, boy.
Speaking of someone who has business savvy and also immediately brings up a will, I cast Zone of Truth on Mary.
Oh.
So you have to make a charisma saving throw, Mary.
Well, that's a 1.
That is a fail.
You got to tell the truth.
Yeah.
The whole truth, not much truth.
What were you doing last night between the time that the murder could have taken place?
Sleeping.
Would anyone else like to clear themselves by stepping into the Zone of Truth?
I will step into zone. I am afraid of no spell.
Roll a charisma saving throw.
My charisma's -1.
Oh, no.
Okay. So, were you really on top of the train last night?
Yes.
Did you hate your father?
No.
That's
nice.
I did not know him.
Anyone can ask people in the zone these questions.
Were you on the train the whole night?
I did not jump off the train.
No, I mean, were you on the top of the train for the entire time period that the victim may have been murdered?
Yes, I was watching the sun come up and meditating.
So you didn't go to your room at all?
No, I went up there at 12 a.m. Before that, I was in my room.
Did you moita him?
You can't ask that.
Damn.
Yeah, just for the point of this game.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't
yeah.
ask.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tuash is gonna leave and try to find Baker's room.
This does seem like the next logical... Actually, hold on. Can we get a few more people into the Zone of Truth first?
Sure. Who do you want to interrogate?
I would like the lover to step in. My alibi.
Yes. Fine. I had only just left your room and gotten back to mine when the conductor cried for help.
Was he good?
That vibration mode is wonderful.
Does anyone else want to ask anyone else questions with the Zone of Truth?
Is the blue shield here?
The blue shield is in the cargo hold. Thank you for bringing him up. Why don't we go activate him, because then we would have at least one person who clearly didn't do it.
Who the hell is the
What
blue shield?
Are you talking about?
I met the blue shield when on the journey to the lightning rail station.
He is Bakker's bodyguard.
He hulky.
They are Bakker's bodyguard.
Hulky?
They hulky.
Then why are they asleep?
This is very odd that they are in the cargo hold where they stored all of our items.
They are a warforged, and Bakker didn't want to pay the ticket to have
Wow.
them come on.
Wow. Wow.
We never said he was a good guy.
Wow.
I know.
He better not have touched my earthenware jug.
It's priceless.
So, do you guys want to go get the...
Yes, our
shield?
people are not slaves and should have accommodations like everyone else.
Okay.
Eh.
All right, so I'm going to take this as that at this point everyone heads towards the cargo hold.
Okay, light of hand to get my thing.
We haven't gotten there yet.
Do
So
it, though.
the conductor leads you from the dining car through the subsequent cars, so the more of the first class quarters and the galley, into the second class passenger train. And in the second class passenger train, you see that there aren't cabins or anything like that. It's like a plane where everyone just sleeps in their seat.
My God, the life of the less fortunate is a rough one, for we have been on this train many days, and they have been sitting still for many days.
You see a lot of, like, irritated stares at you, like, glances at you guys, and a couple of whispers of, like, what are they doing back here? Don't they have enough up front?
I have graced you with my presence, now shush, peasant.
Oh, boy.
Man of the people, I see.
Give me a second here.
Are they gonna riot?
I gotta get to the,
This will be good fight.
oh, boy. Okay.
A true battle. I'm just laughing at you. I think you're hilarious. Thank you.
I'm still just thinking about you doing fucking Karate Kid shit on top of the train, the super high-speed train.
You know it.
Mysterious as the dark side of
The moon.
I have to be the best monk on this train because there's like 7 other monks here.
You see several, like, angry looks at you. Does anyone want to take a closer look at any of the second class passengers?
Sure.
They're filthy and I don't want to.
Sure. Make a perception check to see what you see.
20.
Natural?
No.
Oh, a dirty 20.
Dirty.
So
like the peasants.
oh my gosh. So you can see, as I said before, there are 10 passengers on the in the second class train. You see 2 females, a couple that you're not entirely sure about, and then a couple of males. They all look fairly uninterested in you, but after Maxim's little outburst there, you can see that there's a couple that are clearly like agitated, I guess is probably the best way to put it. Like, they're not gonna like jump him and make a fight out of it, but they clearly want you guys to get out of the car.
Don't worry, we're leaving.
So you guys continue through the second class car and to the entrance of the cargo hold. The conductor takes the key out. The key is like clipped to his like belt loop. Unlocks the door, clips it back on his belt loop, and you all go in. So as the door swings open, you can just see into the dimly lit cargo hold. At the very back of the carriage, there are large double doors, and that appears to be where cargo is loaded and unloaded from the hold. There are a dozen wooden crates stacked around the cargo car, and they're strapped down to the floor to keep them from moving while the train's in transit. Against the left-hand wall, there are some metal lock boxes that you assume hold the passengers' weapons, magic items, and valuables that were removed from your earthenware jug, for safekeeping, so that, you know, nothing was stolen or used for murder, except here we are. In the center of the hold, you see a humanoid figure resting on a chair that's bolted to the ground. Any of the characters who were close to Egan Bakker recognize this figure as Blue Shield. They are a warforged, a species of sentient constructs that have free will, were created by House Cannith during the last war in 965 YK for the purposes of warfare. They then earned the same rights as human citizens in each of their homelands in 996 YK under the Treaty of Thronehold.
Brethren, wake up! There is no need to be treated like such. We gained our independence and rights.
Hey, you bucket of trash. Your master's dead.
Okay. Cinis, when you said that, Blue Shield's eyes turn red, and it stands. And everybody roll initiative.
Good. Be angry at your oppression.
These good-for-nothing robots attacking us. 16.
12.
I got a 6.
And last but not least, Blue Shield.
Listen, do not laugh. It takes us a while to power on sometimes.
And so just for the sake of me not having to roll for like 8 people, we'll say that you guys are the only ones who could fit into the cargo hold with Blue Shield on the rampage.
Spot.
Yeah.
I will cast Entangle. It says a creature in the area when you cast the spell must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends.
What is your spell save DC?
My spell DC plus my attack, or just the spell DC?
Just the spell
Just
DC.
the DC.
13.
Yeah. Well, that's a 15, so you do not manage to entangle Blue Shield.
Yeah.
He just kind of swipes it away with his big metallic arms.
Mhm.
Anything else you can do? You can move, have an action. If you have a bonus action.
As a bonus action, I can create a 30-foot radius zone within 60 feet for 1 minute. When I create a zone, it does one of the following. Creatures I choose gain advantage on strength saves and checks, and 5+ to their level temporary HP. So it's going to call all of us. I feel like I'm going to need that if this guy's going to start bashing me. So.
Okay, dude. All right, Tuash, your turn.
Tuash is going to step forward and say, Blue Shield, we traveled together. I have great respect for you, but I do not want to battle. And I'm going to try and intimidate him and just say, you know that I'm better than you in a fight. We have practiced together. And try to, like, scare him.
Yeah, you are better than him.
So he'll stop fighting us.
He's a stupid robot. Trash.
That's a 19.
Or you see them look at you, and in their like eyes and expression, you can tell that they're just too overcome with grief to really hear what you're saying right now.
I don't want to do this. And then I punch him really hard with an unarmed strike.
Okay, roll
face.
roll to hit.
That's a 18.
That does not hit.
18?
18 doesn't hit. Oh, I'm sweating. I'll spend a Kai point as a bonus action to try and unarmed strike him again.
Okay.
That is a 12.
Nope, that doesn't
Yeah.
do it.
We're fucked.
All right, Ruby, your turn.
I want to try to cast Suggestion,
Okay.
and it's a second level spell. Basically, I suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two and magically influence a creature you can see within range that can hear and understand you. The target must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. They are open to suggestion.
You do not want to fight us. You're going to calm your emotions and tell us what you know and understand that no one is at fault here.
And how long does this spell have effect on them?
The suggested course of action can continue for the entire duration. If the suggested activity can be completed in a shorter time, the spell ends when the subject finishes what it was asked to do.
Okay, and what's the duration for the spell?
8 hours.
Holy cow, okay.
Or when it finishes what you asked it to do.
Blue Shield stops moving and looks at you. Their eyes are still, like, glowing red. They're still clearly extremely upset. Blue Shield says, "What do I do without him?"
I'm not persuading anymore. We're just talking, right?
Mhm.
Well, you do what you want to do. You live your life. Maybe Maxim will help you as a fellow Warforged.
Blue Shield turns to look at Maxim. "Will you help me?"
As long as you do not break the law, at which point I will put you down.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, dear.
Tactful.
Okay, so I'm going to say that now that he's, like, calmed down enough that you can really reason with him, you can persuade him with advantage to get him to be fully out of frenzied anger mode.
That's a 9. Oh, that's a 6.
That did not work. But you do have Maxim, who can also do that if he would like.
Rage on, brother, for being oppressed.
Oh, my God.
But we can deal with this oppressive force in a more lawful way if you just took the time. And now I'll roll.
Wow.
I rolled a 2 and a 1. We are
Wow.
fighting. I'm going to cast, since he is kind of shaky on whether or not he's going to stay calm, Guiding Bolt, which is a ranged spell attack. Frick, that's a 9.
That's another 2.
Well, anyways, I will use one of my not once per day, wisdom mod times per day. So I can do this 4 times.
Oh.
I'm going to cast a non-cantrip enchantment spell as a bonus action.
Oh, okay.
And that is going to be Hold Person.
Okay.
So he has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration. The duration is 1 minute and each round is 6 seconds.
What is he trying to beat?
A 15.
Well, he rolled a 17 on the die.
And he has a -4.
No, he has a +2.
Damn.
I thought you were saying that like you knew
No.
that like that was something imposed by the spell, and I was like, Jesus, what?
Well, that was I guess I'm going to move so that I am not near this thing so other people get hit.
Now it is his turn, and he shakes his head, looks back at you guys, and says, "Did you try to trick me?" He is going to make an unarmed strike. He's going to go after Tuash, who actually did physically try to attack him. Well, he rolled a 5. That's his turn.
That's it? Wow. Nice. All right.
I think it doesn't...
He doesn't have multi-attack?
Not that I see. Back to you, Cinis. You can also continue to try and persuade him. You just no longer have advantage.
All right. I'll try to persuade him first and then cast Hold Person if that fails.
Sure.
Is that fine? Okay. Hey, buddy, how about you relax? 16.
He looks at you and says, "Who killed my friend?
I don't know. That's what we're trying to find out. Can you help us?
Was it one of you?"
I don't know. That's what we're trying to find out.
Yes,
Can you
it
help
had
us?
to have been one of us.
Or those people out there.
And he
Or-
looks like past you guys to the door and goes, "Oh, I know some of them.
How? How so?
I am Bakker's bodyguard, so I know his family."
Well, do you want to help us? You want to stop this needless fight and help us find out who killed Bakker?
I will assist.
Yay.
So you now have a blue shield to help you out.
Why is his name Blue Shield?
Bodyguard.
Yeah, I got it.
I mean,
I get
they're a Warforged, so like Warforged as like entities were created by man to wage war.
Yeah.
Hence why my name is Maxim. Maxim is a law of the church, and I am a cleric.
All right, what do you want to do from here?
I suggest, now that we have a new ally, we should probably use them to help us check out different rooms, and maybe have them go with people that we may not trust as much, because they will be very angered to be with someone who may have killed their master.
Let's see, Baker's room first.
Okay, yeah. So it's just all rally around as a group. Is that what you're saying? You just go investigate every room?
Yes, let's go and investigate the rooms and make sure that everyone's alibis totally check out.
All right, and then as everybody's walking out, I'm going to slide a hand, ma.
Roll for it.
20, not natural.
Okay, what are you trying to do?
I got my item that's in storage here.
Alrighty then.
Schwink.
Does anyone else want to try and steal their item back?
Yes.
Go for it.
With sleight of hand, that's an 18.
All right, you got whatever it is.
15.
You just got it.
My jug.
Maxim, do you want to try and steal back whatever it was that you got?
I want to perceive if there are more rule breakers on this train.
Oh, okay.
I got a 10.
I mean, your perception was lower than their sleight of hand, so
Yep.
you missed it, my
No
bud.
rule breakers on this train.
Looks all good to you.
Other than the murderer.
You were looking at Blue Shield a little bit too closely to notice what the others were doing as they left the cargo hold.
They are a beefy robot.
Alrighty. Y'all make your way to Baker's compartment?
Mhm.
Yep.
So is everyone going, or are you guys gonna like break into groups? Because you're not all gonna fit in one compartment at the same time.
I will go off and investigate the person's compartment that I feel is the most suspicious.
Okay.
Who is that?
That would be you. Who would like to come with me to investigate their room?
I'm going to investigate his room.
That is not the question that I asked.
So I'm gonna say that the person whose room being investigated does need to be present while it's being
Sucker.
investigated, just because it's locked. So how are you gonna get in? So you guys can break up, or you can all go as a group if you want. And we can like leave the NPCs outside like we did with the cargo hold.
Let's do Ruby's room first.
Ah, I like the way that this one thinks.
Cinis, do you agree?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought you wanted to do Bakker's room. Bakker.
I'm gonna go with Blue Shield to look at Bakker's room. And then you guys gotta figure out if you're gonna let him into your rooms or not.
It would be very suspicious if you did not let us into your room.
I don't have anything to hide.
But you might have secrets you want to keep.
We'll start with Cinis and Blue Shield in Bakker's room. Baker, whatever. I should just stick with it. Bakker.
Bakker?
I should just stick with. I should pick one and stick with it.
All right, who's with me? Is it just Blue Shield and me?
You, Blue Shield, and the spouse are going to go because she needs to let you in. She opens the door for you, and you go inside. It looks like a train car. It's a little messy. The bed is all like rumpled. The spouse was awakened by the conductor screaming and ran out.
Mhm.
The bed hasn't been made. There's, some clothes on the floor. You also see a small banner from what you can assume was the regiment that she was in the military. So go ahead and make an investigation check to see what else you can find.
10.
You look to one side, and like at the foot of the bed, there's like a chest, kind of like a trunk. So you rifle through it, and you see that there's a box full of single dose sleeping potions. As you're rifling through, you kind of lift up some stuff, and you see a piece of paper.
I read it.
It is a letter to Egan Bakker from the conductor about being blackmailed.
This guy's always being so shady. What the hell? All right.
It has some like insinuations about like what you did and all that kind of
and
stuff.
you know what you have to do for me. That's why you got the gun snuck on. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's what you find in their room.
That's it? That's the only thing I find?
Looking at the paper, yep, that's what you find.
Blue Shield.
Yeah.
Has Bakker told you to strong arm anybody? Because from this letter here that I'm reading, it looks like he was trying to get the conductor under his thumb.
Mr. Bakker was admittedly not the nicest person.
We all know that.
He would use me to intimidate, but he never had me physically attack anyone, and I would not do that anyway, unless it was for a good reason.
Okay, that's cool. Appreciate that. Thank you for the info.
Anything else you want to do while you're in here?
Nah, I could talk to the spouse, but I feel like she's already No, I do want to ask the spouse a question, actually.
Okay.
She's there, right? She's standing there?
Yep. She let you in.
Hey, the conductor let Bakker bring his gun on the train. So where was he keeping it? Who had access to the gun?
Well, he had a special holster that he made on his belt that he usually kept it in. And I believe that's where it was at the time it would have been taken to kill him.
Okay.
Because it wasn't in here.
But you would also have been the only other person to be able to access the gun.
Well, no. Anyone could have taken it off the holster if they were sneaky enough or if he was incapacitated in some other way.
That'll do, ma'am.
All
That'll
right.
do.
All right. So back to you three and go into Ruby's room?
Ruby,
Is that right?
Ruby.
This is how it's gonna work. I'll let you in my room, and then we're gonna go to your room to search it right after.
This is correct. It would only be fair and just.
Then I assume yours.
Let's open it.
Okay.
With your fist.
I like how the one time you got to punch something you missed.
Yeah.
To be fair, we all missed.
Even Blue Shield. I'm mad. I should have had him swing his sword because, like, things would have happened if he had missed and hit the crates. One of which is a swarm of chickens, which I'm very sad did not happen. All right, so Ruby's room.
I roll.
Why don't you just walk?
Rolling's more
Jesus.
fun. That's a 7.
So you barely roll.
You see a lot of paper, a kind of cluttered desk. I mean, is your room neat?
Not really.
It's a mess.
Do not worry, I have expertise in searching through clutter from when I was in the war.
Oh boy.
So you did a lot of pillaging?
I got an 18.
So on the desk, you can see that there's an old picture of Ruby and Egan from a party from, a while ago, probably back when they were like newly acquainted because they look much younger. And you can sort of see that the Ice Queen, Cinis, kind of looks like they're in the background.
Interesting. You did not disclose that you knew Cinis?
I did, actually.
Oh,
And
did you?
That's where they're from. I knew I recognized them.
Yeah, Ruby was like, "You look familiar."
Ah, yes, I do remember this talk now.
And then the other thing that you find is as you rummage through all the papers and stuff, you find blueprints for a device that looks a lot like Baker's fancy pistol.
Odd, you only claimed that you disliked Baker because he owed you money. However, it looks like you may have even been a competitor and or a copyright thief.
Not a copyright thief. I'm a legal arms dealer, and this is something that R&D is developing.
Are you insinuating that Bakker was, in fact, an illegal arms dealer?
All I know is that he owes me money from when I invested in his startup 15 years ago.
Interesting that
Shortly
you-
before this photo was taken.
Interesting that you would distinguish yourself as a legal arms dealer.
Well, you had just accused me of breaking the law, so I wanted to be clear.
This is fair.
Do you have
Are we
anything to
done
add?
here?
I can't read. So, let's go to.
You just walk in and you're like, looks good.
All
Let's
right,
go
nothing to see here, folks.
go to Maxim's room.
All right, so you guys go to Maxim's room?
Absolutely. I have nothing to hide.
All right. Y'all go in. What does your room look like?
My room is very orderly, and I have actually moved the bed, for I do not really need it that much, and pushed it against the wall. No, that is a lie, because I used the bed last night. I moved the bed out of the way so I could construct an altar near the window.
Alrighty then. And what do you guys want to do in here?
Search.
All right, search away.
Natural 20.
Holy shit.
Got 'ems.
I'm assuming a nat 20.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
that fucking sucked. For reference, I think only one of the items in my room was below a 20. Everything was above a 20 for hidden.
All right, so you look at the bed, ruffle all the stuff around, and you see peeking out from the pillow, you see an earring.
Shiny, pretty. Look. And I hold it out.
An earring.
What is this?
An earring.
Maxime?
An earring.
I wonder if this is
Parisa?
what?
Fairsa.
Fairsa.
Parisa. I was gonna say Freya. I wonder if this is Fairsa's. We'll have to ask her.
It looks like it must have been to me.
Mm-hmm.
We did get pretty buck wild last night.
Oh dear God. Okay.
Anything else?
That's what you got. That's what you find.
That's it?
So,
I am surprised that you do not want to rummage through my things.
I did. I rolled a 7.
good
Wow.
job. Well,
As you can see, my room is spick and span.
Tuash is gonna poke her head out in the hallway and say, Versa, is this yours? And like hold up the earring.
she goes, yeah, guess it is. And she takes it and puts it in her single empty earlobe.
I return it, yeah.
So do you guys want to actually, Cinis, do you want to go investigate someone else's room?
Yes.
Or do you want to rejoin them? That both are options.
Yeah, let me go into the loyal retainer's room.
Okay. Okay. So you and Blue Shield and Nox all go to Nox's room? The loyal retainer.
No.
No.
I'll just ask Blue Shield to go talk to, like, find the group and bring them to the conductor and tell him to relay the information of what we found in the note.
Okay.
Sort of a deal.
All right.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to talk
Blue
to
Shield
them.
goes off to find the rest of you guys.
Yeah. And like then you guys know that he was being blackmailed.
Yeah.
Potentially. And I just wanted to talk to the loyal retainer because we're best buddies. I'm gonna investigate the loyal retainer's room. 14.
So you look around and you find.
If I find something, I want it written on a note.
You don't want me to say it out loud?
Yeah, I want it written on a note.
Okay.
I want to know. I want to
I
secret
need to.
it.
Can I have a notepad?
He also said that he's friends with this person, so if he finds something that incriminates himself, he doesn't want us to know.
Or if I find something that incriminates him, I could help him. You know.
She's writing a lot.
I know. I didn't really roll that well, so I'm surprised I found so much.
All I got was an earring.
Pass it along.
Read it. Read it.
I'm innocent. Wow, great. Awesome. Well,
Lovely. Yes, took me that long to spell innocent.
lame.
You didn't roll great.
Is the loyal retainer in there? Yeah, he's got to be.
Yeah.
Right? He let me in the
He
room.
let you in.
Yeah. We were together all night last night. Do you think that there should be anybody I should pay particular attention to into finding out who might have been the killer? Because this might affect some of our business plans with the old Bakker.
Whoever has the most motive would probably either be that lost child or, it could be Ruby. I think that she really holds a grudge for when Bakker, pretty much screwed her over, which, fair. I understand that. Taranth is very unhappy in the marriage, and Bakker didn't care at all. I think that Tuash, I know that Bakker knew that he had a child, and he didn't care. And he paid off the mom to just leave and have the baby.
Yeah, we know the truth about
And
that, child.
I think that, any of those people figured that out, or if her mom figured that out, then, or told her that, she could very much be out for revenge. So I feel like there's some options.
Thank you.
Okie dokie. Back to you guys.
You know who I think is mad suspicious? Red Scaly.
I like how this is just being like everyone who
All right.
suspects everyone is suspicious.
Well, we gotta find something.
I'm gonna go walk back over to the conductor. Going back over to you guys.
I am walking to the conductor. I do not care about your newly found suspicion. That seems to be out of thin air.
Randomly, you know who I think is suspicious?
Yeah, let's go to the conductor.
Let's go.
And then the blue shield, I'm assuming, is with them, so
Yes.
now they know.
We are all here at the conductor's compartment.
The train conductor lets you into his room and goes, I have nothing to hide.
We will see
Also-
about that.
You're really not supposed to be in the engine room, so, like, I really could, or, like, in the engine car, so, like, I really could have, like, said no, and you couldn't have done anything about it. So, the fact that I'm letting you in should probably serve as proof that I didn't do it.
Good false pretenses.
Who's going to search? Or can we all search?
I will begin the search in the most methodical way possible.
I think we all can roll you.
Okay.
I didn't say you all get one try.
That was a 6.
You get to add anything? Nope. Okay. You find shirts.
Suspicious.
They're-
I've never seen him with a shirt on this whole time.
They're neatly folded, and they clearly go with the rest of his uniform.
Please roll well.
I got a 7.
I got a 5.
You find ties. Again, they are all neat and tidy.
14.
With a 13, you see that the wand of magic detection that he used on all you guys, kind of like a metal detector when you came in and then confiscated all of your fancy items, is like in a glass case on his like bureau. So like you realize that he doesn't carry it around all the time. He just has it when you get on the train. You also see, well, you already know that he has the engine and the cargo car keys on his person. And then the other thing that you see is a like blueprints of the train. So like you see all the like tiny details, like where like windows and everything are on the thing, and like emergency exits, all, you know, the like nitty gritty of the blueprints.
And there's a big circle on the blueprint.
Yeah,
that
no
says,
markings on there.
Murder here.
And drag body here. What a coincidence.
No, but roll an investigation check on the thing for me.
11.
Okay. You don't notice anything really out of the ordinary about the schematics.
Can I say, hey guys, look at this. Y'all notice anything out of the ordinary on these schematics?
Take a look at this schematic.
Did you rejoin them, Louise?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
okay.
all together.
Ruby,
rolled
you
a
know
one.
I can't read. Why do you keep
one.
insinuating I can look at this?
But you
You
can look
can't
at the
even
pictures.
find the schematics.
Pretty color.
What do you mean? Look at what?
That is a 20.
Okay. All right. So
Just says, I did it. at the bottom.
you see that there is what looks to be a hidden door connecting a couple of the different cabins. So instead of just the like main door, you see that there are a couple of like hidden doors connecting cabins. They connect from where the loyal retainer was staying to the Ice Queen, your room, and the room to the former business partner have a secret door. And then the room between the Scholar and Bakker have a secret room.
Well, good thing I'm the only one who noticed that.
Are you going to share that information with the rest of the group?
No.
Okay. Alrighty then.
Yes, this looks like a standard blueprint to me.
Wait, can I actually
Hey.
look at the blueprint?
Wow,
though?
lying.
You said you can't read.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Conductor,
Yes.
what was Bakker blackmailing you for?
My suspicions were correct then. I asked about this at the beginning, and you seem to have dodged the question.
Well, he got it out of me. Bakker was the one doing the blackmailing, but the secret came through his wife. When we were in the war together, me and Taranth were in the same unit, and I accidentally shot someone in friendly fire, and she helped me cover it up.
This is the third law I have witnessed you break, or you have admitted to.
Okay, so Bakker helped you cover up you murdering somebody from the same platoon. Like, did they just get shot or did they die?
No, they just got shot.
Oh, okay.
They didn't die. I mean, I don't think they died, but she covered for me by saying the enemy hit him because she was the only one who saw. But they took him to the hospital tent place, whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened after that.
So you owed Terrenth?
I mean, technically, yes.
Maybe
But
she killed him and you helped.
That was very astute.
I
Can
don't
I intimidate him to see if he'll bend under pressure?
Sure.
17.
What? Wait a minute.
All right,
hold
what
on.
do you say to intimidate?
I'm just
You
gonna
rolled a 3 and got to 17?
13.
Oh.
No,
I was
sorry.
like,
Whoa!
I just saw.
You're intimidating as
kind of
fuck.
fucking level 6 are you? I was like, 14 plus to intimidation.
That's where all your stats went.
No wonder you can't read. I can only intimidate.
Ever since she was a child, she just screamed at animals.
Do my bidding.
Yeah, I take him by the shoulders and I'm like, "Did you help her cover up the murder?"
I don't know what I had nothing to do with a murder.
Okay, I put him down.
And he's like kind of quietly crying, like.
I think Terrenth did it.
You think Terrence did it?
And the
Let's go talk
conductor
to him.
goes, I'm just gonna stay here and cry. And he like goes and lays down on his
Good.
bed.
Let's go talk to Terrence.
I am also suspecting the spouse.
Yeah, let's go.
Always the wife. She is sitting in the dining car on the other side of the room from where the conductor kind of like covered his body up with like
She's just hanging out in the
chilling.
room. Yeah.
I don't know.
Sipping her tea.
I mean, she's not that broken up about it.
Yeah, I feel you.
Terrenth, I accuse you. I think you did it, and you got the conductor to help you because he was being blackmailed and he owed you. And I also don't like you.
It's a lot. That's just a lot to run up to somebody.
I expected this from
I
you,
have negative on
little
charisma.
bastard.
Adams.
You will never get any of my husband's fortune. So I don't know why you are putting up this front to act like you actually cared.
I don't even want his money.
They all say that.
Who's they?
I don't know. The illegitimate children who murder their parents for money.
Just suspicious.
So, just to clarify, we have searched many rooms now and interrogated many people, and it seems as though everyone has an alibi, except you, for you are alone in your room that you share with your husband.
And you did admit to drugging him.
I was sleeping. You can try one of those sleeping potions, but I can promise you, you will not be awake enough to get off this train when we stop. Once you take one of those things, you are out.
Did anybody count how many sleeping potions there were?
You can go back and check.
I'm going to run back. I'm going to
Okay.
say, well, let me see if you even took one. And I'm running.
Okay,
That's my running noise.
do an investigation check.
14.
You open the chest and you open the box inside the chest that has the sleeping potions in it, and you see that there are 4 empty slots.
I guess that doesn't help me because I have no idea how many they might have taken. There was... This
There's
is,
like 4 days on the train already.
Yeah, we've also
we-
been here multiple days.
yeah, we've been here for 2 days.
Yes.
And there's 4 missing. That would be, that'd
Yeah.
be one on
Right.
one night, one on the second night, and then one on one night, one on second night for her husband.
If she drugged her husband both nights.
Or if they just use it normally.
Yeah, if they both
Yeah.
drank it each night.
We don't know what their habits are with that.
Yeah.
So there's 4 missing.
If there was an uneven number, we'd have a much better argument here.
Yeah, exactly. If there was an uneven number. Or maybe she just dumped all 4 into his whiskey.
Yeah.
Overdose.
Tried to OD him
Yeah,
on the
just never
sleeping
took it.
potion.
But then what's the point of shooting him?
Right.
Just to make damn sure.
Yeah, I mean, if he died and it was clear that he was drugged, and she's the only one who has drugs.
Right, yeah. She would shoot him to like get it off the trail. I guess that was all for... I'm just going to sulk back to the dining car.
What did you find, Cinis?
There was 4 missing sleeping potions, but in hindsight, I guess I don't realize how many they might have taken or anything.
This is a good observation.
Could I investigate the body now?
Yes.
Okay, I go
Please
over to
do.
the body and I investigate it very thoroughly. 18.
Nice.
Firm cheeks.
The rib cage has been destroyed.
Well, you can see the obvious, which is that he was shot and that his little kid over here punched through his chest trying to give him CPR. But you can also tell, based on the angle of the entry wounds, that he was shot in the back by someone standing directly over him. So he had to have been slumped forward on the table and probably incapacitated in some way.
Guys, I think someone shot him while he was passed out.
This is funny because when we were first talking, you said that you drank with him all night and he passed out, and then you left because you were angry at him.
Yes.
Oh, that does make you incredibly suspicious now.
But I didn't shoot him.
But you just announced to everyone that he was shot when he was in that position.
That's looking at the trajectory of the penetration wound.
You can
But
also
that doesn't make you. That makes you more suspicious.
Yes.
That's what we're saying.
But anyone could have looked at this and seen the same trajectory. My story hasn't changed. I still left after he passed out, slumped on the table. And I'm saying someone shot him after he slumped on the table.
Yeah.
After I left.
No, you're saying he passed out and then you left.
And
Right.
then he must have got shot while he was still passed out.
I
didn't do it. Well,
and then
I
he
didn't
must
do
have
it.
got shot.
Yeah. That literally has not changed since before I said this.
I know. It's
Nothing
more
has
suspicious.
changed. It's not.
It is incredibly
The situation
suspicious.
hasn't changed at all.
Are you seeing this?
It is suspicious.
Why would I say this if I did shoot him?
Lapse of judgment due to panic.
It
Not
might
panicked.
be you or the spouse, and she knew he would be drugged.
Ah, yes.
Maybe she waited for you to leave.
I do believe that I would narrow this down to those two suspects.
I think it would. I think the spouse has. Actually, no, I don't know. I was gonna say I think the spouse might have more guilt, but you also knew about the gun already. I was gonna say because I didn't know he carried a special gun until we found out that he got shot with a gun.
I didn't know he had the gun with him.
Yeah, right. Like you
I
had
knew
like the
that my company is
like,
looking into a gun that we have heard is being developed by his company. But it's
and you
different.
happen to be on the same train as him.
He asked me to invest more in his business.
Suspect.
Listen, if I did kill this man, why would I knowingly be the last person to have seen him alive? And why would I then say after the fact that, oh, it looks like even though I was the last person to see him, he was probably shot in the exact position that I saw him in as the last person?
That's what you just said.
Why wouldn't I sneak back in the middle of the night like someone else could have and did?
Because this makes for a very good excuse.
So you're saying that I'm suspicious because my what is it? It's not
Your lie.
My lie.
You're the lie.
Because my alibi is too good?
No, I'm not saying it's good at all.
it has a bit of an unfortunate overlap.
I'm saying
I
it is
didn't do
actually
it.
an extremely bad alibi.
I didn't do it.
And the best way to cover up the worst alibi we've heard tonight is to just pretend like you knew it all already.
I didn't do it. And I think the worst alibi could also be still the wife who claims she was taking a sleeping potion, which she easily could have dumped down the drain.
Ah,
I think
didn't even think about that.
it's Taryn.
You think it's who?
She had the wife. She had more reason to kill him.
Right, she hates him. Yeah, I guess that's really all you need.
I'm starting to realize that I think we all hated him.
Yes, but we weren't married to him. And so
Fair.
that's a little bit of a different kind of a hate.
Why did you hate him? You said you didn't meet him before this train.
Suspicious.
Hmm.
I said that I had possibly seen him at a party. I do not like those who manufacture things in war, and as we have discovered the entire night, we have talked about that he makes weapons, that he may or may not be an illicit weapon dealer, and that he has bribed many people. This is a lawbreaker. I do not like lawbreakers.
So you killed him.
So much so that you would dispatch them, which you've already mentioned you'd be willing to do multiple times during this trip.
Oh,
Yes, but under the purview of the law.
And you already said he's broken a bunch of laws. So your god would grant you the ability to kill on sight.
Yes.
I think your alibi is the weakest.
Man, you just flipped it all on yourself. What did you do? Why did you do this?
My alibi is actually very strong because I was with another person.
Oh, right.
we did find the earring.
There is
What?
much proof to discern that I was in fact with that other person.
Could be planted. They could be in cahoots.
Goats.
She
No.
is a jilted lover. Is that not known?
So it goes Brekker's spouse, suspect number 1. Suspect number 1.5 is the undead Esmer.
Is Ruby.
Is Ruby. And suspect number 2.
At least you're not the first suspect anymore,
It's Maxim.
Mary.
Now, would it be me or the one who left my room early that is more suspicious?
Who left your room early? Oh,
The
she
lover.
Left. Yeah,
I
she left
thought
your
you
room.
said she was there the whole night.
No, she left my room not long before the murder happened. I admitted this fairly immediately.
Yeah, you said she left.
And the Fairsa did say that she left his apartment just like around dawn, which would have been like shortly before the body was discovered.
I want to use my item.
We have not checked out your room at all. We've just believed that you are baby.
Oh,
I am baby. Angry baby.
Hold on. Before we accuse any further, let's make sure that we've checked all of the rooms.
Let's do that.
Okay, so yeah, I definitely opened up my room for you guys. And it's pretty clean, but there is a circle of candles. A circle of candles, yeah. With
Voodoo doll with Bakker and knife stabbing to it.
No, it's like very calm and peaceful. It smells really nice in there. Like I got some incense burning. Monk energy.
Oh, okay.
Got some robes on my bed laid out.
16.
My DC's are
I only got
really
an
low.
11.
you only got an 11?
I got a 15.
I think that beats all of them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they were like 10 and 8.
On the desk, you see
Gun.
Yeah.
you see a picture of Bakker and a female orc who you can only assume is Tuash's mother.
She's won many
just-
battles.
Got his like arm around her. She's just giant orc.
She's huge.
He's like,
And then the other thing that you find tucked under the bed is a pair of fancy silk shoes embroidered with pearls that are quite large.
what?
Whose
Wha-
are those?
Yeah.
Those are my shoes. Don't touch them.
Do they look to be her size?
I have no idea what kind of size feet an orc has.
Put on the shoe. See if it fits.
I put them on and they're a little too big for me.
Oh, so they're your mother's? So they're memento? Tell us about these shoes.
That's none of your business.
Are they worn? Or
They're
brand new?
very nice.
I like the
Hey
eyebrow
everyone, are
motion.
these anyone's shoes? I show them to everyone.
Whose are these? These are my shoes.
Does anyone say
How
anything?
dare you? I start stroking them.
Oh boy.
Really nice.
Blue Shield, do these look like these belong to Bakker?
I have never seen him wear those.
Damn.
Were you hoping he
Shit.
was cross-dressing?
What about
Fairsa?
Fairsa?
They are too small for her feet.
Oh.
She
Wow.
has some. No, that can't be right. No, they're too big. They're too big.
Yeah.
Wait, what is she?
How
I
tall
don't
is
remember
she?
anymore.
What is he, fucking halfling?
No, she's an Asimar. No, they don't fit. They're too big.
Was there something else?
Nope, those are the two items.
Okay.
Okay.
It seems as though she is pretty much in the clear. I would expect her to have a photograph of her parents when they were young and in love.
And a memento of her mother.
I take them back. My shoes.
Still suspicious of the shoes.
My shoes.
Says the
Let's
one
get
who
some
is currently
shoes.
at the top of the suspect list.
I think you're still up there.
I am suspicious of shoes. Yes. Shoes.
Shoes.
I did not kill him. These are just my shoes. Can we move on?
Who else do we need to check?
You.
My room, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we haven't checked your room.
And who else? Do we check any of the NPCs' rooms?
We checked all of the NPC's rooms other than the lover.
Oh, yeah, you haven't
Yeah.
checked the lover's
The
room
lover's
yet, no.
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. Let's go to my room.
All right.
Hey, gang. Welcome to House Hunters International.
Oh no!
Honestly, that's incredible because everything I rolled is less than like a 6.
I rolled a 6.
13.
Oh, that's a 2.
Yeah, but
10.
I have a 4 for in investigation.
You got a 10?
10. You
6.
got higher.
13.
Okay. You see an old letter from Bakker thanking Cinis for their help and promising to pay them back someday. And then in
Never did.
This letter was not suspicious at all.
Never fucking gave me that money. That's why I hate it. Been 25
the
years.
small bathroom on the counter, you also see a ornate-looking emerald gem.
What did you find in the bathroom?
Pretty gem. Shiny. Look.
Those were all accurate descriptors.
What is this gem for, Cinis?
It's my gem of sight. It's the gem I stole back from the cargo.
Gem of seeing.
Gem of seeing, yeah. I can, like, true see.
Yeah, you get
stuff.
10 minutes of 120 feet true sight.
Yeah.
So you can tell if someone's a demon in disguise.
Yeah,
Pretty
pretty
much,
much.
yeah.
Or, like, I can tell if, like, an object is, like, magical. I can use it 3 times.
Yep.
But I'm like, I don't.
Is he actually dead? Is he actually dead?
Oh,
This is something that I've now thought of after you've described that you have something of true sight.
It could be like a corpse illusion.
He could have faked his own death.
Yeah.
To get out of all the debts.
Oh my God.
Oh. I'm gonna use let's use it. I'm gonna use my thing. Let's
All right.
go over into the diner.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at this dead body. Is it really dead or is it an illusion?
Do you have to roll anything for it, or does it just automatically
It's just
work?
an item, yeah. Let me see if I have to.
I know
He wasn't
nothing
dead
about
and I
the,
crushed his chest.
He's just been playing dead the whole time.
Was trying to fake death.
Yeah.
Then I killed
Gem
him.
of seeing, wondrous item. Rare, requires attunement. This gem has 3 charges. As an action, you can speak the gem's command word and expend 1 charge. For the next 10 minutes, you have true sight out of 120 feet when you peer through the gem. The gem regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn.
Gape the truth.
Jesus Christ. No, he's dead.
He's dead, guys.
He's dead. He's very dead.
He's just a corpse.
Damn it.
Mother.
Is it? I'm just gonna like
And,
walk
like,
in a circle and just see
There's
it?
nothing like magical or like
Yeah, besides, like, the
weird
engine, yeah.
about it. Like he is very clearly like he was shot and then he died.
I'm just gonna kick him in the stomach.
Well, you do see a little bit of like an aura that you can tell is from the sleeping potion that was in the brandy.
Ah, well, I can at least tell you guys that he was for sure drugged. That's it.
Do you see this same aura on anyone other than the wife?
Ah, I look at the wife. Does she have that sleepy aura?
Yes, she also has that like aura of having
Damn.
taken the sleeping
She
potion.
did not lie about this. So does anyone else have this aura from the sleep potion around them?
No one else has the sleeping potion aura around them.
I hate this stupid gem.
So should we check the secret lover room?
Yes.
Secret lover. Secret lover.
Fucking 5.
15.
1.
18.
Nice.
This is a room.
Is there a door here?
You just stare out the window instead. Like, oh.
I am sorry to do this to you, the one that I made love to last night.
You two. Do you want the secret, or are you good with both of you hearing?
I want everyone to know because
Okay.
I want to find out who did it because it wasn't me.
Okay.
Lies.
So you pretty easily see that there are like a bunch of like what look like really expensive gifts. Exactly what you think a guy would give to his mistress, especially like a wealthy businessman would give to his mistress. So like you can, pretty accurately surmise that they're probably from Bakker. You have something.
Ooh, I have something.
You got an 18, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn it.
Yeah, so she wouldn't want to kill her sugar daddy.
Unless she was written into the will, because he had a bad marriage.
Maxim's being real sus right now, though.
I'm not being sus. You guys don't know that I found something special.
But I mean, your whole I'll kill anyone that breaks the law immediately.
But I didn't kill the one that was killed,
yeah.
even though he broke the law.
And I'm sleeping with his lover, who I love.
Ah, ho ho!
Maybe the gifts are
all right.
from him.
I was very explicit that I did not love her. We had a good night.
What does she have to say about that?
She's just kind of like, yep.
They
Yep.
don't have a history?
She's not super possessive.
She's the courtesan, so she can't be.
Fair.
Is she still in the room? Is the lover with us?
Yes, because she let y'all in.
Lover, are you with us?
Hello. No. Okay. As you can see, dear Edgar was very generous with his affection and showered me with many a lovely present.
Now that he's dead, are you getting anything of his?
Well, I don't believe I was in his will.
Can I zone of truth this?
Sure. She rolled an 18 plus 7.
Damn, she saved.
Damn.
I don't believe I was in his will, but I think everything just goes to his wife, and I think there's a clause that says any children have something. He was talking about changing it, but I don't know if he ever did. But that was one of the things he talked to me about recently. But I rather think our time together was coming to a close. He seemed more interested in his business matters than in me, and I managed to find someone else.
Were you upset by your time with him coming to a close?
I mean, I'll miss the gifts, but no.
Who was the someone else?
She looks at Maxim.
Please tell me what you did when you left my room not too long before the murder was discovered.
I came back here to freshen up.
Were you freshening up because you had blood all over you? And I raise a thing that I found in her room that is a shirt covered in blood.
Oh no!
Armor, while wearing the studded
Damn.
a studded leather jerkin that gives a +1 bonus
Damn.
to AC.
Just hold up his
Lame.
piece of
That's
armor.
completely
That was
a jerkin.
So dramatic for a piece of leather.
Why do you have this armor?
Sorry, hang on, I'm thinking real fast.
Please explain why you, a courtesan, would need armor.
Being on the arm of a wealthy man who is not married to me is sometimes dangerous. I can't tell you how many times a jealous wife has tried to hit me, and I
You
appreciate
need
the
armor for a slap?
Well, some of them have come at me with knives, so yes. Can you really begrudge me that?
Yes, because you should be wearing it right now.
Okay, she puts it on. It doesn't really go with my ensemble, which is a nightgown. Because she has not changed after.
Shit.
Shit.
I look ridiculous. And she takes it off and hangs it back up.
I thought I had something, gang. I am apologizing.
We've searched everyone's room
Even
and the body.
loyal retainer, his room too.
Sinis
Yeah,
searched.
searched.
He
Right.
did.
Right.
What did you
Retainers.
find in there, by the way? Because I don't think you told us.
Because you are.
He did.
You-
He had the guy come back, didn't he not?
Oh, that wasn't in that room.
Oh, it was not in that
No.
room.
You are old friends.
We are.
I'm starting to talk like you. I'm getting the impression.
We are. But we were speaking of business dealings. The only thing that I have, which is probably of no interest to anybody, to be honest, but House Kenneth wrote a letter to Bakker accepting them into his house. And that's what me and the loyal retainer were trying to stop because we don't like him. So we wanted him to not.
Odd that you still refer to him as the loyal retainer even after his death.
The loyal retainer's not dead.
No, Becker's death.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's still loyal. Never.
Was he loyal since you were mad and trying to stop him from joining House Kenrith?
No. Well, I guess it wouldn't be loyal, yeah. I don't know,
It's very
it's
disloyal.
yeah.
The disloyal retainer.
Yeah. But I can give you the note, though. No, just give you. It's like a acceptance letter. That's all
I wish
I
I
have.
could read.
There wasn't
It's an acceptance
anything else
letter.
in there, huh?
No, that's all I got, yeah.
Shite.
I mean, we can go in there because I didn't roll very well, so.
You didn't think you looked well enough? We can try again.
Yeah. The more rolls, the merrier.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go.
19.
16.
11.
In the bathroom, I think I said? Was that right? There is, you see a emerald gem.
Oh, another gem
Yep.
site.
Yep. And you recognize it as the same as the Ice Queen as Cinis's gem of seeing.
What were you both looking for?
We were looking for a safety deposit box or something that Bakker might have had because he owes us, he owes me quite a bit of money. And the loyal retainer was going to have them do a bank transfer at Fairhaven, or that's the name of the place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So I wanted to make sure that he was good for it, that the money was good for it. So I tried to find the box.
All right.
Yes. I made sure to keep an eye on her because I didn't want Mr. Bakker trust my judgment, and I wanted to make sure that she didn't take anything while looking to make sure that he will fulfill his end of the deal.
Yeah.
I have a question, Kylie.
Yeah.
What's in the galley? Is that like where they prepare food?
Yes. It's like a kitchen.
Have we gone there?
Not to my knowledge. Well, you walked through it on the way to the cargo car.
Yeah.
Right, and then we walked through the second class, right?
Yep.
And they were all giving us dirty looks.
Yeah.
Because they don't like the rich people.
Can we go look through the galley?
Yeah, go for it.
Hello, everybody. I have realized that we have not paid too much attention to the galley car.
Snacks.
Let's go.
Start running. Maxim, I have a question.
Yes, what do you need?
Do you eat food?
Yes, I can and should eat food. It is not as required for most people, but because I do have some changeling nature to me, I am also bio and need to do that.
Do you
Cool.
eat nuts and bolts?
No, that would really hurt.
Do it. Okay,
Ow.
so shall we investigate the galley?
Yeah.
Well, do you have to read a description of the galley or
Oh.
no?
I don't have a description of the galley.
Oh, that means it's not important.
It's
It
a galley.
looks
Oh, fuck.
like an on-train kitchen.
13.
It looks like a nice chef's kitchen, but miniaturized.
13.
18.
15.
Investigate.
All right.
I find a knife that says property of Becker's spouse.
Also, it's a knife gun. That mimics his gun.
Whoa!
Knife gun. For kids.
All right, so you two see that this galley doesn't actually look the cleanest. So you see a bunch of little fantasy mouse traps all over the place. You see some like the trash is kind of like overflowing, and when you like look in like the fridge and stuff, you can see like some of the stuff in there has gone bad.
Oh, wow. This is very out of standard. This is also against the law.
Oh boy.
Before we leave, Tuash picks up a glass of water and is just holding it.
It was you!
I'll take out my jug and say, beer, and then drink it.
That's cool.
beer.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a magical jug that you can like fill with whatever.
You
Lame.
just say what it is, and then that's in the jug.
Come.
Oh god.
Any
Piss.
liquid.
Piss.
That's why I was so pissed they took it away.
Piss.
Got a weapon.
And I hold up
Lava.
a little file and say, I'm going to use this to try to charm someone to telling me the truth, but maybe the wife.
A file?
A file?
It's a vial.
a
vial.
I
Oh.
read.
I thought you picked up a glass of water
Yes.
and a file. And I was like,
Vial.
what are you doing? Like, I was like,
me the truth.
tell me the truth. He's dipping it in there.
And I pour the vial into the glass of water so it mixes.
Oh, okay. Should we accuse? Well, first interrogate the spouse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you wanted to do that first.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to hold 2 glasses of water too, just so it's not like
Just
weird.
to match her.
Yeah.
And I'll
Thank you for carrying my water.
Yes.
go up to Taranth and I'll sit down and I'll put my glass down in the right hand in front of me. And I'll say, I brought you some water because I wanted to make sure you're all right. How are you doing?
Well, thank you. I mean, it's been quite a shock, and it is troubling that someone would go to such trouble to eliminate my husband. And she like takes a sip of her tea. Is that tap or still?
It is freshly bottled.
No.
Still water.
Yeah.
All right. And she takes a dainty sip.
And she
I don't have
So she just drank a filter of love. So she's in love with you for an hour.
Wow.
You misled me.
So she wouldn't drink it if I gave it to her 'cause she hates Tuash. So we can use this to try to see if she killed him.
Did you tell me this beforehand?
Say no. Say
no.
Because I could use it to my advantage. All of a sudden, she starts coming on to me.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like on the way there, I would be like, this will make her like you a lot. But you didn't really get it. And now you're like, oh, no.
Okay.
Do you love me?
Do you love me?
Do you? Do you?
She does.
Do you love me enough to kill your husband?
Again.
Well, he's already dead, so.
Well, I know. You've been drinking tea in front of his dead corpse this whole time.
Yes, well, we had a bit of an agreement, one might say, that as long as I didn't leave him, I could do whatever I wanted. And whoever I wanted.
Mom! Physically leave him?
Like divorce him?
Oh, okay. So I'm like, you're standing in front of his dead body. Like, you leave him. Like,
Yes, I cannot leave his dead body. I'm going to be buried in the grave with him.
yes. That checks out.
You could also make a tiny hut above his grave.
True.
I'd rather just die.
On the suspect list, I believe she has just fallen significantly.
Wait,
Yeah.
but didn't she say she drugged him so that he wouldn't go to his secret lover? Why would she care?
She is raised on the suspect list. Again,
I normally wouldn't care what he does in private, but a train full of people?
Yeah, flaunting it in front of your face, huh?
I couldn't bear the embarrassment.
That does check out. I mean, I'd be upset. But does that mean murder?
I do not think that we actually have the whole story as to what he was doing on the train.
What he was even doing on the train? What?
Because the lover was with me,
Right.
and he was not with her. He was with Ruby.
What's your business on the train? Why were Ruby and him having that late night discussion? Was there something that they needed to plan so desperately that they had to get together at 1 o'clock in the morning?
I don't really know why he would have stayed up talking with him. They could have been catching up. I don't know. But, Mr. Maxim, I did not know Thursa was with you, because if I knew that, I wouldn't have gone to the trouble of putting the sleeping potion in the brandy.
Thank you for your answer.
Maxim, even though the lover left your room late at night, right? That could have given you enough time to kill him.
No, it was early morning. She left not very long before at all the body was found.
Gotcha.
I think we should search the cargo hold again, because we didn't really investigate that at all.
You just got blue shield and then hightailed it out.
And then stole our stuff and then left, yes.
Yep.
All right.
You what?
You what?
Excuse me. All right, so you're going back to the cargo hold?
11. Investigating.
In the cargo hold?
Yeah.
I got an 11 also.
12.
9.
Jeez. All right. You go check out the back doors on the back of the cargo hold, and you can tell that they lock from the outside. So the only way to open the back doors of the cargo hold are from the outside. So either the train has to be stopped or someone has to be very daring on the back of the train. The other thing that you guys can tell is that the crates that are kind of like stacked and piled, you hear some weird noises coming from a couple of them.
I go look closer.
Okay, roll an investigation check on one of the boxes.
Those damn chickens.
Nat 20 plus 4.
Nice. You as you approach the box, the like couple stacks of boxes, you hear clucking come from one and you go, there are chickens in that box.
Chickens.
And then from another one, you hear a very ominous buzzing sound, and you quickly back away and go, I'm pretty sure there are bees in that there box.
Bees!
But those are the only boxes that you hear critters in.
Cinis, could you use your gem of true sight in this room?
Yes. And I will. And I do.
So yeah, you see some like magical auras coming from the lock boxes that have the passengers' possessions in them.
I see some magical auras in these lockboxes that the passengers have.
Let's open it up.
So,
Oh no. You had to have gotten the train conductor. So we'll backtrack that and say that you guys went and got the poor train
Okay.
conductor who had finally stopped crying but was still in his room
okay.
and made him come open the cargo hold for you.
Do things for us.
I honestly thought by the time we decided to go back to him, he was going to be dead. So I'm glad to know he's alive.
Still want to ask him about the galley after.
Yeah, let's do that while we're doing this. All right, open them up.
He opens them and he looks at you all and says, "Now, make sure nothing leaves these boxes."
I will ensure that this does not happen, for we are all suspects, as much as I hate to admit it.
Good.
What's in him?
Yeah, what's in these boxes? Anything cool?
Just like generic like adventure items.
Hey, conductor, why is the galley such a frickin' mess?
Well, we keep telling the chef that he needs to clean better, but he complains about not having enough help, and we haven't been able to hire him an assistant yet. So this is like his form of silent protest.
I hope you realize that you will likely be investigated and arrested by the time we make it to our train station.
Okay.
He's like,
I mean-
accept my fate.
I'm not in charge of the train. I just make sure
Your
that's
employers
where
will
it's
be. You may be out of
going.
a job.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Okay, you're.
I don't know what else to do.
Me either.
We have not really investigated the second-class peasants.
That's true. Have they? But I don't know if they've had. They might have seen something.
They may have
maybe?
some information.
Yeah.
Can you cast Zone of Truth on all of them at once and ask questions?
No, they're too spread out, I think. I don't know how big
It's
some of
15 feet. So
No.
it'd be a good chunk of them.
Yeah,
We
you
could
get
ask him to come
several of
forward.
them in, but they're not. I mean, you can try and persuade them if you really want to.
We could do 2 groups.
Could intimidate them.
Jesus.
I would like to not do the Zone of Truth again, or else I will not be able to attempt another hold person when we determine who the actual villain is here.
All right, so you enter the second class passenger car. Go ahead and roll a d8 to see who you talk to.
This was a good thing we came back here because there are actually people to talk to.
3.
A 3. All right.
The blind old lady with Alzheimer's. Yes.
All right, so you enter the cart and you're looking around at all of the 10 people that are just chilling there. Everyone kind of looks at you and looks away except for one dude who appears to be half elf, and he looks to be they look to be some sort of maybe like a monk or some sort of cleric or something like that.
My name's Ruby. What's your name?
My name's Sam.
Hi, Sam. We're investigating a crime.
The Changelings?
What?
No. No, we're not looking into that one.
Oh.
We, unfortunately...
But you know about them?
I know of one. Maybe I'll introduce him to you after so you can tell him what you think.
You've had first-hand experience?
Yes.
The Changelings are among us. They're hiding.
I only know one and he's half. And
I am not hiding.
Jesus.
Go away.
Are you a changeling?
I am partially a changeling, yes.
Begone, beast.
I will do no such thing.
Yeah, trash. They get caught up. What was that?
I will not talk to you while that thing is here.
Can you get the fuck out of here, please?
No.
Well, goodbye then.
Fine, I will go to the back of the car. Get out of breathing this peasant air.
I can't believe this guy. So unfortunately, there was an accident towards the front of the train. Someone ended up getting hurt. Fortunately, it looks like they didn't make it.
Oh,
and
dear.
we're trying to figure out what happened. So, what do you know about Egan Bakker? Anything?
I've never heard that name before in my life.
Oh, all right. You seen anything suspicious going on the past?
Other than the
24 hours?
first-class passengers walking through here numerous times?
Yes. Unless, who did you see walking through? Just this group together?
Yes.
Okay. No stragglers?
Not that I recall.
All right.
But I mean, I did sleep a couple times, even though that's really hard on this stupid train.
Get a better job then.
Mm. No noises or staff or the conductor or anything walking around?
What could I possibly have heard over the sound of this train?
Yeah, I'm going to phone a friend. What else do I ask?
I mean, if they don't see nothing.
They didn't see nothing. They didn't hear nothing. They don't know anything suspicious unless they're lying to me.
Bye-bye.
Typical freaking poor people.
Yeah, can I roll to go to another person?
Sure.
Why don't we beat this one up?
Let's not.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. Please let me know if anything else comes to mind.
Sure. And let me know if you hear of any more changelings.
Fuck
I
you and
will.
your racism.
He ain't
I
wrong.
rolled number 1.
Okay. You Jesus Christ. Okay. I love how you keep picking the weird ones. Okay.
Wonderful.
A dark-skinned human woman kind of motions you over to her as you stand up from talking to Sam. She kind of like motions you over.
Hi, ma'am. What can I do for you?
Yes, I saw that you were talking with the monk guy.
The racist.
Yes, the monk.
Yeah, he's a little odd. He thinks there are changelings everywhere, like just hiding among all the people. I'm Anya, by the way.
Why do you think this man thinks that there are changelings everywhere?
Because that's all he's talked about the whole time we've been on this train.
Since day one?
Yeah. I think it has something to do with, like, the order that he's in. I'm not really sure, but I don't know, man. He's, like, a handful.
Well, I'll keep that in mind. I was asking him if he's seen anything suspicious going on in the past 24 hours or so. We're investigating an incident that happened towards the front of the train. That's why, groups of people have been walking in and out of this car.
Was someone killed?
Unfortunately, yes. We're trying to find out what happened, but we seem to have hit a dead end. So we're asking everyone if they saw anything suspicious, if they know anything about Egan Bakker or his acquaintances.
Was he affiliated with the house?
Yes, House Kenneth.
Oh, I bet they killed him.
The house.
I bet they these houses, they send these assassins to kill all of their enemies, and it's so unfair that no one ever gets in trouble for it.
But if he was joining the house, why would they consider him an enemy?
Maybe it was all a lie. Maybe it was a ruse. You found both of the conspiracy theorists.
I suppose it could be. Well, I'll go look into that right now, ma'am. Thank you very much.
You let me know if you find out anything about those assassins.
I will, of course. Thank you very much for your time.
Bye.
I get it.
Should I go talk to someone else, or should I'm striking out here?
I mean, it seems like all the people on this train are just crazy.
Hello, does anyone in this passenger train know anything about the murder that occurred a few cars down?
Oh, fuck.
Someone was murdered. You just hear a bunch of like cacophony of like panic.
Time to go.
Poor people.
Anyone of you have any information of things that are unsightly, or do you not know anything at all, you peasants?
We haven't been allowed to leave this car. What are you talking about, you I'm trying to think of
Call him an oven.
some mean... You stupid mechanical man!
I am only partially mechanical, and that has nothing to do with the murder that happened.
Well, none of us has been out of here. They're just all angry.
Can I roll
and
insight
yelling.
while he's asking these questions to
Sure.
look at people's faces?
Sure.
22.
You can tell just like looking at the crowd that, except for the two that you talked to who are already aware that there was a murder, everyone looks genuinely surprised. They really don't know anything about this. Like, they don't got a clue.
You saw nothing out the windows. You saw no strange people walking through other than us this morning. Anything at all.
You stupid rich people just keep just traipse right through here. You woke everyone up this morning.
I'm sorry, ma'am. There was a murder. We'll be on our way. These peasants know nothing.
Good riddance.
Can I roll an insight check into Ruby while this is all happening? While she was asking all the questions. Natural 20.
Oh boy.
What do you want to know, bitch?
So that's a 22. I just want to see her demeanor because I remember that Maxime was able to tell that I was a little earlier in the scene there was something else going on with me. So I just want to see if I can glean any additional feelings or emotions from Ruby because I haven't done any insight checks.
It would appear that they've been pretty faithful to their narrative that he fucked him over, but he really wants his money back.
Cool. Tight.
So I call emergency meeting on the body.
Okay. Body discovered.
Who is accusing?
J'accuse.
Who are our primo suspects?
The wife.
The wife.
I hate her.
I hate her. And
No, it's not. It's not Ruby. I swear. I trust her.
I say him, for sure.
Who's him?
Maxim.
It is them. Thank you very much.
I don't think anybody here, out of the four of us, we like went into each other's rooms. Like, there's nothing that we found.
But like we didn't roll well every time.
Yeah, but like, I mean, even then, like, we didn't glean much. The only person that we like got really anything that was semi workable in a theory, I think, was either maybe the train conductor, just because he had like, even though we didn't like get a bunch of stuff from him, it was like, oh, like the train's like kind of shitty. Oh, but he's a train conductor. He doesn't really like
I believe
own the train.
that
so.
you are on the right path, where the train conductor does have, I believe, the most motive out of anyone to do this.
Yeah, he has a lot going on. He's getting blackmailed. Obviously broke. He's gonna lose his job because
His train is in disarray as well.
He knew
Everything's-
the gun.
Yeah, he knew where the gun was.
And
he
moved it immediately.
He did. Yeah, he did put the gun in the safe, like right after.
Yes, he did.
But he showed us and told us that.
But
Yeah, but
he moved the gun before anyone got there to check it out.
yeah, like he knew exactly where the gun. He was the only person who also knew he had a gun. Because like I didn't know he had a gun. You know, he snuck it on.
I do believe that his mistress and spouse would also probably have known that he had a gun.
Right. So it's like that's another thing. Like the spouse would know he had his gun, and the mistress. But I think the mistress is cleared from that stuff.
And Cinis,
How
you don't-
blatant they were about their fucking.
Cinis, you don't have a motive really to kill him.
I mean, he owes me a bunch of money, but now he's dead. So I'll just like sue later. I'll sue the estate or something. I don't know. I would call either the conductor or the spouse.
I don't believe the spouse has actually that much motive other than just being scorned by a lover. Because they had a pretty good deal set up where they just kind of did whatever they wanted regardless of their marriage.
It's true.
But the lover said that Egan told her that he was going to change the will. She didn't know if he had done it yet. Maybe the wife found out that he was going to change the will and killed him before he did it.
But the lover also mentioned that they were going to be cut off from him eventually, so I feel like the will would not have been changed into their name.
I think it would have been changed into the new child that he invited on this trip.
Me?
I can confirm that it is. You are his legitimate child.
I know. I don't want his money.
But you could.
I just wanted him to acknowledge me.
Well, now he's dead. You crushed his ribs.
Yeah.
You dealt the finishing blow, actually. So live with that. So, how are we feeling? Conductor?
I think we have ruled out the loyal companion.
Right. He's
The disloyal.
the disloyal.
It's Blue Shield.
It's like him,
It
Blue
was
Shield,
Blue Shield all along.
and who else? And the lover really had like not much to give in terms of where we are. Yeah, I think if anything, I still want to accuse the wife just because
It's always the spouse.
Yeah, it's always the spouse. But
It's too easy.
I think the conductor is probably our safest bet.
Okay. I can get on board with that.
Fists up.
So,
So are you
how
gonna-
do we like go? Is he crying? Do we have to like hold person him?
I mean, you can. How do you want to do it? So like you could like try and just like surprise him, jump him, restrain him. You could confront him and hope that he doesn't like fight back. Like you could however you think.
Let's get everyone in the same place again.
Throat punch.
Jesus.
All right,
Okay.
so we'll just like go into his like conductor quarters. I mean, he's not gonna like admit to.
Well,
Murder,
he went with you guys back to the cargo hold when you went
right.
back. So you could probably just do you want to just like gather everyone in the dining car
Okay.
with the body?
Yeah.
J'accuse.
J'accuse.
All right. So you guys go around getting, everyone gathered up. Do you want everyone, or just the conductor?
I was thinking everyone, and maybe getting their opinions as well as to who they think that the murderer may be.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you go around gathering everyone up, and we're all in the dining car.
J'accuse. The conductor with the candlestick in the dining car.
What?
It was you.
How about before we start making other accusations, we ask what the others think?
But he just said he thought it was me.
I know it was you.
I mean, all of us are suspect, so who do you think it is? If you really cared this much about him, you should probably have been looking around with us as well. Do you have any inkling as to who you think is most likely to have killed him?
Jeez. I mean, isn't it always the spout, like the wife, like, gets all the money? That seems logical to me.
Thank you for your input. Spouse. What is your input?
Dude, every voice.
Well, I know it wasn't me, so...
I do not care who you think it is not. I only care who it is.
I think it's that filthy little child of his.
Oh.
That's racist.
What? Well, I'm sorry, but there was no way he was going to acknowledge you.
Wow. So many hurtful things said in this train recently.
I just call it like I see it.
Okay. Lover. Who do you believe was capable of doing this?
I think it had to have been whoever suffered the most at his hands. Which, honestly, it has to have been his former business partner. Because he screwed them over so bad.
All right. Last person. Or was that all of them?
No. We still need loyal companion and the
Nope, loyal
Blue
companion.
Shield.
Blue shield.
Oh, Blue Shield,
Mm.
yeah. Okay.
or
Loyal
loyal
companion.
retainer or whatever her name is.
Yep. I honestly, I quite agree with the train conductor theory because I helped Baker blackmail him and dig up some of that dirt or initiate that. So, like, I don't know. I mean, maybe he didn't want to be blackmailed anymore. Maybe he wanted a better job than being the conductor of this thing. Maybe he got sick of riding the train all the time.
Okay.
Brethren Blue Shield.
It was the people in first and second class.
I knew it.
I was asleep the whole time. I don't know what is really happening. All I know is my friend is dead, and I'm so upset.
Thank you. I am sorry to have made you recount that. All right. Do we have enough information to properly accuse Ruby?
Excuse me.
I was going to say, we don't have enough information at all. But
Boy, oh boy.
I still think it's either the wife or the conductor.
all right, here's what I'm going to do.
You're going to just roll for it?
It's the conductor. That's my vote.
I think it's the wife. That's what my character would think. Gotta go with it.
Make your choice wisely, Ruby. Admitting defeat is more painless than this.
That was your chance to come clean.
You're looking at him like you want to accuse him.
accuse you.
Do it.
I think it was you. I think it was Maxim. I mean, I don't know. He's fucking suspicious as hell. But I will settle for the conductor if that's what everyone else thinks.
Okay.
I also very much want to accuse Ruby. However, if we have a split vote, I cannot imagine how we will properly retain anyone and get more information. Well, I believe it is time to j'accuse the conductor as well.
Hold person.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah, what does he do? Does he run?
He's gonna say, "What is wrong with you people? Clearly I didn't do it."
You touched the gun immediately before anyone had a chance to see what it was.
And you discovered the body.
And who would leave a gun next to a body?
Sound like an angry Alexa.
Self-report. It was a
It was a
self-report.
self-report.
I think you guys are delusional. I'm gonna go
No, you are not.
Eject.
delusions.
Oh. Hold person.
Do you have to roll?
You do.
I do.
Yeah, you have to
Wisdom.
say wisdom saving.
If it's not him. If it's the wife all along,
What do I?
It's your spell DC.
13.
He is held.
Ah!
How long does hold person last?
As long as I want it to.
I think it's only 1 minute.
Well, I mean, do you guys like tie him up with real rope after you
Yeah.
hold person him?
At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. So it's just, if it was like a battle, you would keep, you would have to
but
keep rolling.
I would say that if you held him, you got him held and hold person, so you guys could chain him up or whatever. Yeah. All right. So you have successfully restrained your suspect.
Woo!
All right. So we are going to.
And I pull out my gun
Can we?
and I execute him.
Can we do one more thing now that he's restrained and roll an insight on the others? See if anyone
Sure.
is inordinately happy about this choice.
Okay.
I've got +4.
I have +7.
Oh, you should do
on-
that.
Nice.
On what?
Insight.
That is a 22.
Nice.
Did anyone act weirdly when we did this?
Honestly, everyone looks pretty relieved because with so many accusations flying around, it was very
Yeah, I mean, we
uncomfortable.
literally accused every single person in the
Yeah.
last round.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did anyone tip their hand?
Did anyone go, phew?
Yeah. Anyone do anything really weird? If the answer is no, then I think we got the right guy.
Or it's you.
Yeah. Everyone looks pretty relieved. I think the loyal retainer and the spouse both look they look like they're less upset than they were before. And I mean, the spouse wasn't super upset, but she definitely looks like a little bit of a weight has been lifted off of her. And the loyal retainer definitely looks like he's content with this because, he was loyal to his master. I don't know. Employer. So knowing who did it or who you all think did it.
And the lover?
The lover was already checking herself out of that relationship. So she's just kind of all right.
I think we made the right choice, gang.
And then we execute him.
Oh, dear.
And I pull out my gun.
Man,
Okay. Okay, so then we are going to fast forward to pulling into the station. Mm-hmm. Well, you guys didn't do any damage to the train, so that's cool.
Could we have damage to the train?
Yeah, you could have damaged the train. You could have literally destroyed the train. The train walls and floors and stuff had hit points.
Wow. Okay.
But you didn't fight Blue Shield, so it didn't really happen.
Yeah.
Oh, if he had missed with his sword, he
Or,
would have started hitting the
Or
train.
if you hadn't succeeded on hold person or something like that, or if whoever you accused fought back, you could have potentially done something. You pull into the station. The drivers leave the engine car looking for the conductor and find he is tied up. And so they ask all of you, what is going on here?
A murder most foul.
And they say, and you suspect the conductor?
Yes.
We know it's the conductor.
He grabbed the murder weapon that likely would not have been left back at the scene.
Oh, well, we will send for the guards then. So the drivers flag down someone to go get a guard. And they run off and the guards start approaching. And at this point, several of the first class folks start to leave the train. And they kind of look at you, Maxim, and the other couple who are the other couple of you and go, you guys seem to really have this, under control. So I have another train that I need to catch. So I'm going to go. The lover is going to head out. The train conductor's tied up. The loyal retainer is going to go. And I guess the spouse will stay because it would look weird if she left.
So, all right. And
Does
then-
anyone else want to leave or head out before?
Yeah. I was going to say, considering I am the Ice Queen who has no attachments and hates Baker,
Fair enough.
I'm like,
Peace
all right.
out.
glad he's dead. And I go with the loyal retainer.
Yeah, the loyal retainer retrieves their belonging. You guys all retrieve your belongings from the crew car, and as the guards approach you and start asking what's up, you all collect Blue Shield and head out.
You mean we don't get to figure out if we were right?
Do you tell the guards that this is the person who committed a murder on the train?
Yeah, I said that already, didn't I?
No, they hadn't gotten there yet. People had flagged down people to get them.
Hey, all you people.
Hey, all you people. Hey, all you people, won't you listen to me?
I just caught a murderer. No ordinary murderer.
I'm really surprised that whoever flagged you down did not tell you that it was because of a murder. But yes, it was because of a murder.
You guys got the wrong guy.
Who is it?
At the end when you said you were going to leave, I was like, you did it!
I didn't do it. It's the
No,
loyal
it was
retainer.
the loyal retainer.
But I helped
But the
him,
loyal retainer and the Ice Queen
The
both
disloyal.
ways work together in conjunction. The loyal retainer is the only one that you didn't roll high enough to find the actual bloody item in their room.
Fudge. But you
Whoa.
knew?
Not until Kylie gave me the second note.
Yeah, when I went, I fucked up. I forgot that you two work in cahoots.
Yeah. So I was like, I was literally on like conductor train the whole time.
Which actually made me laugh really hard because you were the one who checked the loyal retainer's room first.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. That was fun.
Why were you so sus the whole
Yeah.
Why
the whole
were
game?
y'all of y'all so sus? I wasn't sus at all. I was honest
most
from the day
suspicious.
one.
Like I was saying, I think it's just Mary is suspicious.
No, I'm not.
Well, it's
You were put in a bad
difficult
situation.
because this game is set up so that anyone could be the murderer.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, everyone is sus.
Karate Kid.